we start to see priority over set develop in this series. We saw, I believe it was Kent State first picking it away from York. Both teams really wanting set. I'm wondering if he's going to pop up in the bans, but so far we've seen some same bans coming out from either team. York with first pick. Will it be set again? Keck, what do you think?
Hold on 1 second.
We have same bans for York, and it probably will be same bans for Kent, except the Blitz ban now. Thresh, Blitz, and Leo, and it's a Samira slam from York University. I love it. Been talking about Samira for a couple of weeks now. Teams, I think, are finally ready. It gets answered by Misfortune. And there's the set. So while drafting Samira first, you're giving up that set. You could have drafted set first and still ended up with Samira, in my opinion. Let's see, on the back end.
I actually don't know about that. Maybe Laser King does play with Samira.
It could be right. You could be right about that.
And,
yeah, we will not know for sure.
As Double Lift has said on Twitter, he played Samira for the first time, and the champion is insanely overtuned. So
was Samira banned in the past? This is what I don't know. If I knew that, I'd say.
In the past 2 games?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
she
was?
Okay, so okay. So that's a good first pick. They give up the set, though. It will be MF with a Galio, possibly, yeah, in response to Kenny on Lysandra. So it looks like Kent State have all the pieces that they want. We've seen the Pantheon support come out from Kent State and find success. We saw it with Illusion in the past. I think maybe a Jinx once, but I'm not sure about that. Pair with the Samira, I think it's a great pick. And then Kenny again on Lysandra, where we know he's very comfortable with this champion. He is a play-making guy. 2 bans from York University are going to be Volibear and Mordekaiser. This is to open up chicken delivery in a lane where he doesn't have to go against one of these, you know, I guess bruiser tanks in the top. Maybe they want a skill matchup for him.
They didn't ban Ornn.
Ornn has gone like unpicked in like 1 ban this whole series. I don't think York wants to put chicken on Ornn, but they will save top for last pick. I think that's spicy. I love it.
This is so funny because that means Condorex is just going to go straight to the Ornn pick. If they grab Misfortune, if they grab the Recon here, I think that's a good pick. But I'm expecting an Ornn.
What are they setting up to counter Ornn then? If you're going to ban Volibear, Mordekaiser, and not Ornn, and then they take it, that tells me you're preparing something into the Ornn, and what can that be? Like, I know Aatrox is fine in an Ornn, but I don't think... we'll have to see. I thought Jax...
There's Ornn.
There it is. I thought Jax was great in an Ornn, but you know what? I played it this week. It was pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty hard. I was like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be so free.
The champion that really... champions that really excel against Ornn are scaling champions.
That suck into Ornn?
No, that do well into Ornn.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. No one's played it on the world stage, but I think in China and NA, they pick Kale into Ornn.
Oh, that's right.
Kale is a really good pick into Ornn.
Fiora is one that I would go to if I wasn't practicing Jax, I think. Fiora is pretty free. Silas, that's a notable pick as well. This would be really hype. This would be Cap's V2, chicken delivery style.
Oh, but we don't want to see Cap. We don't want to talk about that.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. And Renekton.
I think Renekton is a great pick here.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I just would have liked to see some spicier. I want to see... Silas got me excited. I wanted to see something like Fiora Jax, but Renekton made it all the way through. Chicken delivery will go ahead and take that. It's into Condorex on Ornn. I think Renekton wins this matchup pretty outright in the early game and can look to translate that into a lead. One thing I don't see on the comp of York University is a hyper-scaling threat, right? And these games have been going long. Keck, do you see that as a weakness in York's draft, that they don't have Ornn items and Graves and Samira to really scale with? They kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I think what it comes down to, York University really needs to snowball their early game. They really have to... I mean, not early game, but like early mid-game. They can't let the game run too late.
That's right.
Samira, Ornn items... Yeah, great. Like, they have so much late game on Kent State here. And then York University, like, I mean, a well-timed Misfortune ult can do damage, do wonders here.
Yeah.
But they really don't. You're right. They really don't have that late game hyper carry potential.
Yeah, that's a great point. And we'll have to see how it shakes out. So we will send you to a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back as these guys load in for an epic game 3 to break this 1-1 tie. I'll see you very soon. Don't go anywhere. And we are back locked and loaded into the Rift for Game 3 of the League Saturday Series Grand Finals Consolation match. This is the third place match. The winner of this game wins money, is in the prize pool. The loser of this game takes fourth. Top three earn prize. This is a very important series here. Best of 5, remember, so it's first to 3 wins. Both teams are 1-1. As we see a 5-point by either team. Keck, there has been no level 1 activity this entire series.
Yeah, I really hate to say I love those level 1 shenanigans.
Me too.
Oh, wait, hold on. I might get my wish here. Flare Pirate looking to get some damage onto Rekt here, but Rekt is going to win that trade, actually.
Other than that, back to still waters. The calm before the storm.
Yeah, the rest was dancing for us. Looks like
he
not
got
anymore.
shy.
Looks like not anymore, though.
He doesn't like to dance on camera.
I see. That is unfortunate.
And well, Keck,
Yes.
we said it before the game started. I personally think York needs to get off early here and get ahead.
They really need to snowball that Renekton pick, because if that Renekton pick doesn't get online, they have no mid game. Like if they don't get that lead into early mid game, Kent State is just going to scale up here with the Samira pick, the Ornn pick, the Graves pick. They have so much mid-late game damage here.
They do. They really do. And we see Firepower starting topside pathing towards bot, and so is Graves. So it's a mirror start. Both junglers starting top heading bot. Graves, I think, could really switch it up, but your first jungle path is away from the Renekton. I'm not sure what the plan is there, but we'll have to see.
For now, we're just going to see some standard farming from all 3 of the lanes. And the junglers are just paddling towards their side of the map. Oh, look at this. Chicken delivery. Mincing my words. Looking to be really aggressive on that Ornn.
Wouldn't you say you should path your set bot to top and look for an early gank, or is that too predictable and they want to next level forehead the jungle path?
Well, based off what we see like so far from York University, is that Chicken Delivery really does play extremely well without jungle assistance.
That's right. That's a great point.
He doesn't have very much jungle proximity.
He's like, I'll win this solo. Don't worry about me. If I get ganked, I could probably turn it past 6. Just play to the MF Rakan is definitely a lane you can play to as well. Plenty of setup and KO potential between Rakan and Set on the setup and the MF with that tap damage. Oh, that's going to hit for 132. That's a big
But the same could be said here for the side of Kent State University as well, because Musinator here on that Pantheon support.
Yes, they are both
such strong engage.
They are both scrappers with Conqueror in the bot lane. So if it turns into a 3v3 and you don't insta-give one of the Conqueror champions, they're going to, be ramping in that fight, and it'll look ugly. Junglers are taking opposite side scuttles right now, with Rekt ending up on the top side, and Rekt on the bot side and Flare Power on the top side. Both kind of looking mid and both going to their own Raptors. Both at 20, so there's a low-key been mirrored until this point. Both junglers could be looking Krugs after this as their last remaining camp, unless they want to invade. Set's going Krugs, and Graves is going River.
Yeah, they're just on the complete opposite sides of the map from each other.
Graves now spotted by York University. Yeah, this is
And if you look at the waves stay in the top lane right now. Oh, hold on. There might be a possible gank going here down in the bot lane. The Pantheon looks really engaged onto Laser King and forcing him to flash. Aileron's looking for the grand entrance for a knockup, but not able to find anybody here.
So they saw Graves in the river, right? But look at their wave. It's pushing, well, now that they just KO'd they can, I'm not sure. But it was pushing away to where they, even though they saw Graves, they couldn't afford to leave. Otherwise, they would risk getting frozen on and losing
Look at this. We're seeing an engage from Luigi Mesh onto Kenny here with the Aftershock. Really mitigating a lot of Kenny's damage here and really taking the advantage here in that trade.
Notice both mid laners have Aftershock, and they are just set up. essentially playmaking. This is Luigi Mash and Kenny's playstyle, I would say, is these kind of setup playmaking champions. And I remember Kenny in more highlights than Luigi Mash, but we'll have to see when they go toe-to-toe with these aftershock traits. It's definitely interesting. Conrex with a clapback chicken delivery, but he's down 20 CS. That's a lot.
Oh, and look at this chicken delivery. Really wants to do damage here onto that Ornn. And look at here for York, I believe it was Kent State are actually on the Dragon right now.
Yep, I think they'll get it.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a Dragon completely uncontested from York University.
You know, when they gank the MF, and then they eventually push that wave back into the MF, who is that was enough for them to get Drake. Because I think MF no flash there. And everybody has flash. Pantheon, Samira have flash, and Graves. If MF approached that situation, I think they could have just all-in on her and killed her.
Not too much action, as I say. Looking here down in the bot lane, Pantheon going in for a stun onto the enemy team, and double knock-up, pull stun into by Flare Fire here. Moosinator is gonna get first blood. He gets the return kill. Star Punter's actually going back in. He's looking for 2 kills. That is 2 kills going over to Kent State University here, and Star Punter gets a double kill.
Yo!
And Condorix is looking to go down as well. Teleport from Galio and chicken delivery. What happened, man?
I don't know what even happened there, but Star Poner popped off on the Samira there, able to claim 2 lives before she goes down. Remember we talked about the Pantheon Samira. I genuinely missed the chicken delivery play. Did he dive turret and die?
Oh yeah, he dove turret and died.
The replay I was focusing on is watching this skirmish here. It really looked like Star Poner and Moosinator down here just 2v3ing, absolutely. And this TP is the mid laner. So after that effort, and now we get to see again what Chicken Delivery did. He was going for KO, but wait on the screen.
Oh, Moosinator here in the mid lane, the Pantheon roam. Possible kill into Galio, but no, Luigi Mash really well timed flash to dodge the last bit of damage here. And getting himself some extra distance.
Yeah, and we see Moosinator kind of on the roam already. That leaves Samira alone with MF right now, and Rakan going to be there soon. And yeah, it looked like Chicken Delivery had kill threat on Conrex, but he was able to get away, so really nice, well-played solo kill by Conrex. But looking at the farm, I'm really not worried for the Renekton. He still was doubling Conrex's farm not too long ago, so I would call the matchup about even after that. But dang, that is a scary Samira already, because I think we've all seen Samira do some insane things with her ultimate and Conqueror, but to see that happen so early. Now we see Flare Fire is on the bottom side and Rekt is on the top side for Kent State. The objective is probably Herald, so I'm looking to see if Graves is going to approach Herald and start it. If he does, this looks like an angle where Flare could possibly gank.
Oh, let's see. Star Poner now on that Samira is level 6 now, so she has access to that ultimate. And we've seen how dangerous and how scary that ability is.
You might even need Grievous Wounds to kill this champion already, because she is 2 kills at 6. Like, she's going to go back and get that Reaver, and then Conqueror Reaver and her ulti. Like, you need Grievous. Mark my words, there will be a time where they don't have Grievous and they fight without it, and Star Poner goes off because of it. I just see it so often.
And now, because Condorix, yes, he got the kill onto Chicken Delivery from Chicken Delivery's a bit of an overdive. He's still 35 CS down.
Right. And once Bork comes in, it doesn't matter that he has Bramble. He's still up a few hundred gold. Anyhow, once that Bork comes in, it's going to be heavily Renekton favored for a while, because he could go right into Cleaver as well.
Right.
And the bot lane from York is getting frozen out. I think they genuinely need help in their lane.
And it looks like Condrick has found Chicken Delivery here, pops the Ornn Horn. And here comes the Galley ultimate here to help his top laner out. Massive knockup onto Condrix, but he finds 2-man taunt, and Kenny's going to get suppressed by the Showstopper. But there's so much damage coming from Kenny's ultimate here. They're so low. This fight is so close. The haymaker does massive amounts of damage. Kenny with the fadeaway. Claw away. He's so low.
It was so close. It still is so close.
And oh my goodness. And Luigi match with the style points here, killing Rex when Rex thought he could get the third kill.
And it eventually is a 2-for-1 for Kent State, but it looked like it was going to be good for York. It looked like York ganking into. Oh, and this fight is already.
Oh, and here look, some aggression in the bot lane here. Quickness from the Rakan being popped in. Exhaust coming down as well. Starpointer's just not going to be able to pop his ultimate.
But we saw Kenny and Kent State were able to win a fight into Renekton's ulti and Galio ulti, right? And that, to me, just looks bad for York. I think they should have been able to turn that. It was insanely close, but Kent State actually wins it out. And now that they, Kent State's bot lane has broken their freeze, they're going to stack a double wave and probably look to recall, actually. But I was wondering if they're going to do anything with this push. We see Flare Pyre entering Dragon Pit. This, I think, is a pretty big Drake for both teams. York does not want to see Kent get the first two. And they definitely want Ocean in their pockets.
If you're York right now, you must... It's probably feeling really pressured, because remember, your team is the one that's on a ticking time limit.
Right.
And right now, these fights aren't going in their favor. They're so close, but Kent State is able to pull through and get ahead in these fights.
And your kills are really on your Galio, which to me does not translate into more pressure than if they were to be on.
All right, Chicken Delivery looking for some advantage for himself. Lissandra forced to use the Frozen too early on here. And here comes Conrix with a teleport, the counter gank here, and they're looking to get the kill onto the Galio, the one person with all the kills.
Yeah. Galio goes down off of just multi-KSU members getting there, and it's, you know, en route to Drake as well. So they'll take down the Deathless Galio, the last Deathless member of York, and they'll take Drake number 2. It's starting to look very dangerous in this Game 3 for York University. If Kent manages to make another play like that and get the third, I think that will seal the deal in this game. Just the pressure of having that soul point usually is too much for teams to deal with. But Renekton will have Bork by the time that third Drake rolls around. We'll have to see if Chicken Delivery can pop off. He's still up 30 CS, most farm in the game. Or will it be Starponer on the Samira? I said Samira was going to go Reaver first, but she picked up a Vamp Scepter, and I think she could be building Bloodthirster.
It looks like a Death Stance to me. Actually, I have no idea, because that could go Death Stance or Essence Reaver, because she has the Caulfields, which builds into both, but she has the other core components, the BF Sword, as well.
Yeah, CT. Either way, I don't think they'll be able to get through her healing without, like, early Grievous and some snowballing from Renekton Bork. Also, does Samira's W not block MFR, like the whole thing?
It blocks until it comes down.
So
it's just like a Yasuo,
isn't it?
Huh?
It's pretty long, isn't it?
It's pretty long.
A few seconds, like 2-3 seconds. So she has a tool in her kit to just ignore the MF ult completely. That's might be problematic. As Moose can get an angle here, they're walking pretty close to him.
Starponer with the passive damage, getting some good follow-up CC on top of the Pantheon W. And look at this, Chicken Delivery gets to level 10, instantly runs in at Condrix with his new level. Yeah, this is looking really tough here for York University.
Yeah, definitely. It's already almost a 4K gold lead. As we see Flare and Chicken looking for Rekt and Kenny. Where are the mids? It's Luigi. He taunts early, so they'll probably just run away.
And here, looking like a fight in the bot lane here. Laser King by himself. Not respecting the fact that his support is roaming up in the mid lane.
Yeah, and that's just too easy. All it took was the sums of the Pantheon, and that was a perma-dead MF. So, showing kind of the lethality of Pantheon in the bot lane.
I saw what you did there. And as we see here, Pantheon is the first item serrated Turk. That is lethality.
Yeah, it's a lethal champion. And they will take that tier 1.
And here comes the Ornhorn here. Kenny here with the gank from this. And look like Luigi Mesh with the Galley ultimate looking to get some return damage here. Chicken Delivery being exhausted and run down. He's going to go down direct here. Great roam up from the jungler. And here Luigi Mesh is trying to run for his life as well. But the rest of the team from Kent State, they're not letting him run. They're going to kill him.
And Kent State just took bot lane tier 1 turret off the back of a Pantheon flash play. They are now able to send 3 members top and win a 3v2 where you're using your Galio global ultimate to not even save your Renekton, but to just also die. This is Kent State getting wins across the entire map with the better scaling comp and with much more gold in their pockets. I think this third Drake spawns, Kent State takes it, and it's GG right there.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention they're on a Herald number 2, just goes down right now. So they have every option in the world and all the time to play with as well.
You want to know why York University are not succeeding right now?
Why?
Galio didn't go chicken delivery Galio.
Wow. You're right. The synergy right there. Imagine your name is Chicken Delivery and you get an actual chicken delivered when you get ganked. That would give him a buff. But either way, here comes this third Drake. Not the end of the world for either team, right? It's not the soul itself. It's what would put Kent State on soul point. And for York, it would just be their first. Well, Keck, what are your percent odds of York getting this Drake?
Of York getting this Drake?
Yep. Wait, answer, hurry.
It went from 20% to 70%.
All right, and Flare Fire will pick up Moosinator off of just a bad face check and some really good punish. And it looks like it could be anyone's Drake. I wonder if Kent State, they will go ahead and drop that Herald. Chicken Delivery has to stick around and deal with it, which means it's actually a 4v4 in the river without the Renekton. So all eyes are on Renekton, whether or not he can join. If he can join, it's 5v4. He kills the Herald. He will move over soon. This gives York enough space to walk in and get control of the river. But if they're too long, Moose will just come back. Moose has ulti. I think they gave up their time window where they could have taken the Drake, and now we're looking at another 5v5 situation, which your odds were, if I heard correctly, 20%. But then it went up to 70. What is it at now?
Back down to 20%.
Okay, and I'll stop asking you this question there. 20%.
I mean, let's be real here. The answer is always going to be 50-50 because I got a coin right here.
Okay. Now, if you ask the Kent State guys, I'm sure they'd tell you 100% this is our Drake. At least that's what I would say.
You always have to keep in mind the potential for a steal.
Right.
That always takes in a small percentage here.
And that's what makes League such a crazy game, because at the end of the day...
And hold on, Chicken Delivery here. It looks going to pop the Dominance early. Here comes the Ornhorn as well. Kenny goes in and finds multiple people rooted. And the Charm, the quickness from Alaris, finds a lot of taunts here. Floodpire really deep in the front line here, and B's gonna get blown up by Star Potter here.
Watch Star!
Star Potter's going in deep with the ultimate here. Death Blossom doing so much damage. Look at that healing!
Oh my!
It doesn't matter. Misfortune with the bullet time winding down onto Star Potter, but Star Potter does not care. She's just gonna heal it all up.
Heck, he smurfed it. He waited so patiently for the right time. He went in, and while he was stacking for his ulti, he dropped so low, but then healed so much. Let's get a replay and watch Star Punter. He's in the bottom right of your screen, the very bottom. He needs to avoid Galio ulti. Okay, no Galio ulti. Set Izu, you're okay. His teammates are dying. It's looking decent for a red team, but then he goes in 1v4, almost dies insta, and flashes in. Look at the healing. The bullet time does not even matter. It was a Samira at the end of the day, and Star Poner with that ballsy engage 1v4 wins them the fight. They now have 3 Drakes, and to me, that is GG. We'll have to see what York University can do. The fight did look pretty decent for them to start, but the Samira diff. And she has Reaver IE. She has Reaver IE pre-20 minutes with 3 Drakes. This looks like the recipe for success, and it looks like a Samira ban game 4.
And here we see here 14-5 in a composition that scales against a team that really needed to win early to mid game.
Yeah.
If you're York University, like, this game is kind of looking doomed for you.
Yeah.
And this is partly where you might want to start thinking about what can we do? What can we adapt to in game 4? What can we do better?
I think they could draft themselves some... Oh,
and Aileros is going to face check a Bush rooted stun. He's CC chained for days. Graves going to pick up his 3rd kill of the game. Killing spree for Rect.
And they should just start Baron. They see Galio bot, and yes, Galio has TP, but still, they should just go start Baron with that 1 kill. That's all they need. They're so far ahead. There's really no contest.
And this Baron looks like it's going to be done right at the 20-minute mark. And Condrix is going to take the Blast Bite over without his mid laner, forcing his mid laner to burn some mana. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Well, let's see if Flare can get in there and
It
steal.
doesn't look like they're even going to try to contest Flare Pie. Oh, here he is now. They actually have no idea that they're on the Baron. They're going to clear some vision first. Here comes the Ornhorn to dissuade any possibility of a steal. Blue team is going to secure the Baron. 21 minutes.
And now if our objective timers were up, we could see that Drake is probably 3 minutes out, 2:30. And now you have Baron. You play with your Baron in ideally 3 lanes for 2 minutes and 20 seconds, at which point you choke out that blue quadrant of York Universities and you take that soul for free. It's only Cloud Soul. It's really probably not their main concern in this game. I think you could end without it is what I would say. But either way, you can spend the next 2 minutes setting up almost guaranteed soul, at which point, if it wasn't already GG, it would be. Talking about Cloud Soul, imagine that on Samira. She gets multiple instances of that soul, doesn't she? Is there a cooldown? She can ulti.
No, her ultimate has no cooldown. It's like 2 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. So Cloud Soul, do you get it every time you ult?
Oh, then yeah, you'll get the burst of movement speed, right.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, Samira might be one of the better Cloud Soul champions.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't think she really needs to ult more than 1 time a fight.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
But yeah, she'll be able to navigate around that fight pretty freely with her ultimate.
So it's not that often that Samira is actually ulti more than once? I thought that was like...
I mean, I actually have no idea. I don't play the champion enough to
yeah.
So
We'll
don't take my words for it. And look at this. Chicken Delivery is running at the brick wall here. And the brick wall is faster. Because Chicken Delivery doesn't have boots.
Oh. He didn't want to... He doesn't want any of his family members to die for him. Like leather boots, you know?
Oh, true.
He's saving the alligators.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get them Nikes yet. And here, look at this. Condrix is now super comfortably just pushing this top lane. Now, he knows that Renekton doesn't have the damage to blow him up anymore.
Yeah. And this is the point where, you've kind of fallen off. It's 23 minutes. Samira has 2 full items, and you don't have an IE yet on your AD, who's supposed to be your carry, but I don't see really any options.
Like, Condrix cannot die to Chicken Delivery anymore. Like, he has the bonus damage, bonus armor from the Sunforge. Oh, wait. And look at, yeah, I mean, Condrix is looking to possibly dive Chicken Delivery here. Chicken Delivery goes down so low. And here comes Ornn looking for a possible turn. Oh! Reg looking for the collateral damage to get a possible snipe on the Chicken Delivery, but he misses by quite a large margin. And look, the rest of the York University are rotating to the top side here. Reg might be caught out here. Gets slowed by the... And the Flash Showstopper into the Graves, into the bullet time. Well, CC's shutdown for Galio going over. But because of that attention that they threw in the top lane, Cloud Soul goes over to Kent State.
That's okay. I think that is the spoils of war. You were going to have to give that Cloud Soul, and the fact that you can actually go get 2 kills and relieve some of the pressure, totally worth for York. The only thing better would have been stealing that Drake, but we see... Watch Flare Power here. This is all him. Flash at the right angle to set himself up for the double E with the Galio on top. Both junglers in this series are very, very good set players, and I think that's why they've been stealing this champion back and forth from each other. Both of these guys I would love to have in my corner on that champion, just setting the plays up.
Correct, yes. But unfortunately, this game, Rect is showing how prominent he is on Graves as well. So it looks like Kent State is like, okay, you want the set? That's fine. We'll take the next junglers on that tier list, even above set. We'll play the Graves. We'll play these carry types of junglers here.
And I'm really curious to see how the set will be handled in the future, in the draft.
Oh, and look at this. Kenny finds misfortune on the recall. He's going to get frozen up by the frozen tube instantly. Samira's going in deep, pops the Death Blossom. Look at the damage she's doing here.
That Samira is disgusting. She has the super IE from Ornn and has not even completed her third item. And we see recalls from York, so while they advance, they're going to be able to advance this turret, take this inhib.
This could possibly be the game.
It should be defendable, Keck, but you never know if Starphone...
And here comes Kenny. He's going in deep, goes for the root. It's taunted up by Luigi Mesh here, but here comes Pantheon going in for the stun onto Renekton. This Renekton is actually extremely squishy. He has no armor. And now look at them. They're sieging up the bot lane tower here, looking for a second inhib.
Samira's critting for like 400 at this point, and that's... Oh, Aluros. Completely whiffs, gets stunned and dies. You can sense the pressure coming from Kent State, forcing the York members to force, I guess I should say.
And here comes the bullet time, looking for a massive amount of damage here. And Samira is actually getting chain CC'd by Renekton here. Chicken Delivery doing so much work in the back line. Here comes the Showstopper, not able to find any priority targets as well. They are just so far behind. And Condorix with the Blitzcrank BM.
And
as they drop the Nexus turrets.
At that point in the game, it wasn't just Samira. All the supporting cast members are all fed. They have their Ornn items. So even if Chicken Delivery was able to get onto Samira, it didn't matter. Nexus will fall. That's Kent State going up 2-1 in this best of 5 series. And Keck, I just can't stress enough how important that game 3 is in a best of 5. When you are 1-1, to be the team that goes up 2-1, insanely important. But League of Legends is a game where we see all kinds of reverse sweeps, upsets, like the momentum sway back.